everybody! Welcome to this episode of Pit Stop. Today, we're going to head on over to Pennsylvania line and head up to Shrewsbury. And we're going to meet three lovely ladies, Jenny, Joanna, and Laurie, all doctors of veterinary medicine. And these three women just amazingly, through this pandemic, opened up an animal hospital. That's right, the Mason-Dixon Animal Emergency Hospital. So we're going to meet them and take a tour. Well, I'm up here at Shrewsbury at the Mason-Dixon Animal Emergency Hospital. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go in and take a tour. But right now I have Dr. Jenny joining me. Good morning,
Hello.
Jenny.
Good morning.
So tell me about the hospital, how it all got started.
Well, we had this idea to put this ER up here several years ago, and it took some time and the right combination of business partners and right location to be able to find this space and make this dream of ours come to fruition. We didn't expect to have to put this hospital together during COVID and during a pandemic, but we were able to do that, myself and my two business partners, Dr. Joanna Parr and Dr. Laurie Brewer. And we are really happy with the results. We've been open now for 5 months, and today is the first day that we are now open during the day on Friday. We used to only be open during the day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and we've extended our hours to include today. So we're really excited about that.
So you're basically three women, so you're minority business owners.
Yes.
So I'll tell you what, nowadays that's a plus thing, but what kind of struggles did you have through the pandemic?
Through the pandemic, our struggles were delayed construction. We had to shut down for a couple of days, delayed in getting products here. Our doors were delayed, our windows were delayed, some of our equipment was delayed for install, and just the hiring process. We couldn't bring anybody to the hospital for them to see it, to see what we were creating and to see our vision. So all of our interviews were done on Zoom calls, and that was very interesting. But we're very happy with our team. It all worked out great. The employees that we have to help us run this hospital are amazing. So Zoom worked for us.
It did work. Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of response you getting from the public?
It's good. Every month we are busier, that's for sure. And believe me, we don't want animal owners to have pet emergencies. That's not something that we are happy about. But if you have one, we're glad that we're here for you. We are drawing from northern Baltimore County and southern York County, and we just really felt like there needed to be a place in between northern York County and Baltimore, like in Towson, for people to bring their pets. So we thought this was a great location, and people are finding us and they are coming, and they seem to think, and we're happy about that our care is good and our prices are affordable, and that we don't just care about the pet, but we also care about the owner. That's very important to us.
Wow. Okay, I got it. This may sound like a weird question, but people ask me this all the time. Can you get COVID, or can an animal get COVID?
An animal can get COVID, yes, but they are a different strain of COVID than what we are seeing in people. And there has been no proof that animals with COVID can transmit it to people.
All right. I get that question all the time.
Yeah, and so just so as far as COVID protocol goes here at our hospital, we are not doing curbside. We are allowing owners to come into the hospital. There is a series of COVID questions you have to answer over the phone. And if you are no to all those questions, you can come in with your pet. You just have to wear a mask. If you are exposed to COVID or you are COVID positive, it doesn't mean we will not treat your pet. It just means that as an owner, you stay in the car, and then we take special precautions with your pet. We have special wipes that we use on the pet that are pet friendly, that will disinfect the animal's hair coat, and then our technicians and our staff put on N95 masks and put on the proper PPE for us. But no matter what, exposure, no exposure, we are prepared to treat animals during this pandemic.
All right, excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, you shot the ribbon cutting the other night. Let's see that, and let's take a tour inside.
Okay, sounds great. All right, let me take you inside. So this is our vestibule area here, and with COVID, we keep our doors always locked. But when you show up, you can either call from your car, and we'll go ahead and buzz you in, or if you come into this area here, you just call from this phone, and then our front desk receptionist will let you in. We have hand sanitizer and masks here in case anybody doesn't have a mask, and in case they want to hand sanitize, since masks are mandatory to be able to come into the hospital. So come in here, and Tess will buzz me in, and we'll go on in. Okay. This is our waiting area here. So normally, if it was not COVID, everyone would come in here, they'd be able to sit down. We do have 7 exam rooms though, so we have the ability to put owners in exam rooms privately, so they're properly socially distanced. So they can wait in the exam rooms with the TV and be able to, wait safely and peacefully to be seen by a doctor. This is Tess here, our front-end receptionist. So she'll take most of your information over the phone or buzz you in and put you into a room immediately and then take all your information. And then your pet is immediately triaged by a technician into our treatment area. And the animals do stay in the back until the doctor is able to speak with the owner, unless there's a special circumstance and the animal needs to be with the owner. So we do have 7 exam rooms, and all of our exam rooms have televisions in them with Netflix and different types of TV shows that you can watch. We did not anticipate COVID when we built the hospital, so we put all of these fold-down exam tables in our rooms. But obviously when COVID is done and gone, hopefully one day we'll be able to do exams back in the rooms with the owners again. And you'll see throughout the hospital as well, all of the pictures that you see that are blown up, they're all personal pets. They're either doctor's pets or technician's pets. We decided to add a personal touch to the hospital. So they're all animals that mean a lot to us. That's my own dog, Bika.
So these 7 rooms are the same?
Yeah. But what we liked about this space as well is just the natural light. There's so much natural light in here. And what we do as well with the TVs in the rooms, if your animal has to get an X-ray, we can throw those images up on the TV. We use our iPad here to then mirror the X-rays up on this TV so that owners are able to view them. So that way we're allowed to, go over all the diagnostics, all the blood work, and all the X-rays. And it's really nice to be able to stand here with the TV, us to be able to manipulate the images on the iPad, and the owners to be able to see them. It's a great way for owners to really see what they're paying for their diagnostics. If they get an X-ray of their pet, they should be able to understand what's going on. So that really helps. Okay, all right, so we'll keep going. This room in here, this is our special procedures room. So this room is used for ultrasound. So we have light darkening shades in here. We do have, over on this wall, we have oxygen and anesthesia hookup over here with those little ports right there. So if we had to have an animal anesthetized for an ultrasound or for aspirates, or eventually when we get an endoscopy unit, we'll do all that in here. So that's what we call our special procedures. And then this goes into our main treatment area. So one of the things we really liked about this, again, was the light. Lots of natural light. When you work nights or just working in a 24-hour facility, to know day and night, to actually have time changes, we feel like it's really important for your internal clock. So over here, all of our blood machines, we run probably about 95% of our blood work in hospital. So we can have results right then and there. 9 times out of 10, we can't wait to know what's going on with that patient and send it to an outside laboratory. So we do all that here. And this is our main workstation here. We are completely digital. We do not have any paper records. Everything is done on the computer. There are no paper charts for treatment. We use these treatment boards to be able to dictate treatment times, and the technicians have laptops and Chromebooks that they go around with to be able to know what they need to do. So this is one of our doctors here, Dr. Laura De Cardone, and one of our technicians, Amber, and they are getting ready to do a neuter on this little guy, Archie. So you can see they've got the anesthesia going and his IV fluids, and all of the monitoring parameters that are used in human medicine are used in veterinary medicine. So we're going to recommend IV fluids, we're going to recommend EKG and blood pressure and end-tidal CO2. We can do all that to ensure the safety of our pets. So over here, these are our hospitalization wards. We have all these nice cages, and the big thing about this is the way we design the hospital is that we can sit over here and work, or you can be standing anywhere and see every patient in this hospital. That was really important to us, so that we have eyes on everybody at all times. And we have these nice runs here with glass doors so we can see the animals as well. And you'll see throughout the hospital the green lines, those are oxygen hookups. So if we have patients that need oxygen or need anesthesia, we have the ability to do it from multiple places. We put in these potty runs. We took the idea from the airports, where when you're traveling with your pet, to be able to have them be able to go to relieve themselves. So we put that in because some of our animals are sick, they're weak, they're geriatric, they can't walk all the way outside. So we have these nice little stations here for them. In here is our digital x-ray. So the good thing about this is these x-rays have amazing they have amazing clarity. They are great. I've had human physicians come in with their animals. We take x-rays and they say that our x-rays look better than some of the ones that they get. So they're digital, they're taken right away. We have results in seconds. So there's no hand processing, there's no waiting for that. This is our oxygen ward over here. So we do have oxygen cages and oxygen in this run. So we do have a separate oxygen ward for any of our patients, but we do have it all throughout the hospital. And I will actually show you isolation real quick. I missed that one. So when you're in an ER, you'll have certain infectious disease cases, parvovirus being one of them in puppies, or any kind of upper respiratory in cats or in puppies. And this allows isolation where they have to be by themselves. The beauty of this room is that it's right off of our main treatment area with the big glass doors. Again, the animal can be constantly monitored. And they also have natural light, which we think, natural light is really good for healing. And they have their own potty station as well. There's lots of times these animals can't go outside because they're contagious. So this allows them the ability to not have to urinate or defecate in their cage. And again, we wanted it to be open and bright and be readily accessible from our main treatment area. They're getting ready to take this guy into surgery. And this is our surgical suite right here. This is Colin, one of our technicians, and Rachel. So, and again, it's a full surgical room with our surgical lights and our heat source. We have cautery. We have full anesthetic monitoring as well. When you're ready, so if an animal needs surgery, we're equipped to do it at any time of the day. And just like in your regular human hospitals, this is our surgical prep area. So we wash all of our instruments in here. We have our autoclave, and we have our IV fluid warmer. So basically we have all the same supplies as you have in a human hospital because we operate pretty much the same way. And then our pharmacy looks like a lot of medications, and it is. Scary part is when we opened this hospital, these were bare shelves and we had to stock them. But obviously, there's so many different issues that animals are going to come in here for. We have to be ready to have multiple antibiotics, multiple pain medications, just anything that they need. So even though these shelves are full, we go through these medications pretty quickly. We'll go back up here and circle back around to the front of the hospital to a really important room that we feel it's extremely important, especially in emergency medicine, is our comfort room. All too often we have to talk about euthanasia with owners in emergency medicine, and we felt that a room where you have to spend your last moments with your pet or say goodbye to your pet needs to be warm and welcoming and not sterile. So we like the windows here. We put in some leather sofas, a carpet. Just, this light is one of my favorite. It just we just wanted to have a nice warm, more welcoming room for that time when you have to say goodbye. So the owners come in here and visit. We give them this little bell right here. It rings in the back. It doesn't ring up here. And when they ring that, we know that they are done visiting or that they're ready for euthanasia. Or after the animal is passed, lots of times they'll spend time with their pets and they ring that again, then we know it's okay to come get the pet from them. That way no one has to be disturbed. They let us know on their own time. And as far as euthanasia in COVID, that was always difficult because people are wondering, can I be with my pet? Of course, no one would ever take away that ability. When it's your time to have to say goodbye, you're allowed to be right there with your pet. We put on all of our protective gear for it so you can be close with your pet for euthanasia. But like I said, unfortunately, we have to talk about it or do it all too much in emergency, but it's something that we strive to make sure is done correctly. And then you're back out at the front. We have a coffee station here. So we have our vending machines down there. We always have espresso bar and hot tea. because sometimes it's late at night and people are pretty sleepy. So they need some caffeine to be able to drive home. Jimmy, I really thank you for coming up here today to see our hospital. Like I said, we're very proud of it. It means a lot to us. And to get the word out that we are now open Friday during the day. So we're here extra hours now for your pet. And in the hopefully the very near future, we're going to be 24 hours, 7 days a week. We're working really hard to be there. But if you do have an animal emergency, know that Mason-Dixon is here for you. Just give us a call and we'll walk you through the steps to get in the building and so we can take care of your pet.